Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Friday, August 8th, 2025, and we're here to do a general collective reading. You can switch the genders or the roles as you need to throughout the read, that's not a problem. But please, please, please use your higher wisdom and discernment while you're listening to general collective readings. They are not personalized readings. These are thousands of different energies floating around, coming out in one story, so to speak. So it could be, 100% could be your story. It's very, very rare. There's going to be parts in this that won't resonate with you, and that's fine. It just means that it doesn't belong to you. So if you're not already aware of these situations, it's not your story. Don't try to take them on as your story. It's not advisable, okay? Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. We are now in the thick of the Lionsgate portal. So hopefully it's all good for you. Not good for some, though. I do know that some are really... They're facing things they've done or said. They're getting some karma. They're really regretting certain things. But they can't turn back now. Okay, they were given enough time. Trust me when I say that, enough time. In my estimation, it was too much time. But hey, it's God's timing. And they still didn't want to go straighten up and fly right. They still didn't want to do the right thing. They still didn't want to stop whatever they were doing. So here it is. It is what it is. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. Thank you. No more deception, no more envy. They've been stopped. Not going anywhere. They don't want to take accountability. They certainly cannot overcome this. This is a fail. We could have had a car accident. Car could be repoed. I don't know. Somebody's been stopped. That's the overarching energy. Yeah, somebody was too impatient here. Somebody could be sick or unstable here. Something was unfair. Unbalanced. It's disaster. No heart, peace, harmony or contentment here. Pardon me. Somebody could be very, very unstable right now, or they wanted you to be. No reconciling this, no conflict resolution. They did want to end this conflict that they started. So they're being outed here. Yeah, throat chakra in reverse. Okay, so they didn't speak up when they should have, or they lied. And they're trying to shut you up. This is a crime, corruption. Could be a crooked judge or leader, spiritual leader. Somebody giving out false or bad information here. Unwise counsel. Could be a divorce or separation. Could be a whole institution coming down. Bad counsel, but this is also a bad contract. Truth and clarity spoken through. You're going to be speaking your truth. Somebody's speaking the truth here. Truth and clarity. This is maybe communications coming. They're trying to stop you from communicating something, or someone else from communicating with you. But this is success. This is conscious awareness. You have the tools, all the tools you need for success. You're going to be taking some sort of action. This is a karmic situation, false contract, all one-sided. Stacked against you. Somebody's going to be speaking about it, or you're speaking about it. It's a parting of ways. There's no harmony here. Someone didn't use their higher wisdom, and they're getting some consequences to their poor decisions. They wanted you to wait. This was a waiting game. Nah, there's a lot of secrecy going on here. But you used your intuition. Somebody's going to get uprooted. This could be something to do with your family, or someone you have a family with. Someone's going to get uprooted. Ooh, boy. A branch of a family might be going after this. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, somebody thought they had more time than they actually have. Prosperity is not beginning. There's a lot of manipulation, illusions, deception. Could be magic. Corruption for sure. Somebody was a two-faced lying son of a you-know-what. They don't have all the resources they need. I just heard somebody say, I'll wait. So they don't have some sort of paperwork. They need some sort of paperwork or a signature to pull this off, the rest of this off. They don't have what they need, because you have it. This is all fraud. And I heard somebody higher up go, I'll wait. Go get it. I'll wait. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is conflict and defeat. They're taking a big fall here. It could be an institution behind this, or a marriage or commitment. It could be a false and phony marriage. Somebody's not getting jack shit out of it. It could be a new leader, judge, or spiritual leader stepping in, or this is the divine stepping in. This was a lot of manipulation, illusions, deception. It could be magic. They don't have all the resources they need. They didn't take any action when they could have or should have. Yeah, you're not emotionally withdrawing. They don't want to emotionally withdraw from this. They're losing power. They've lost power. They're feeling weak. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They could be feeling scared. Yeah, your third eye chakra is lit. You made the right decision. You used your higher wisdom. You've elevated and ascended. Something to do with a contract, maybe. A decision. This is a divine feminine energy. It could be a pregnancy or a motherly figure or a mature woman. And if it's a divine feminine, it could be male or female, just that you're a creative sort. You're very inspirational, down to earth. This is unconditional love. Through your pain, you create new life, whether through children or artistry. You know, you could be an artist of some sort. They wanted you homeless. They said you were homeless. They stole a home from you. They wanted you unstable, or they're trying to destabilize you. Foundation and achievements. They didn't want you to achieve something. They didn't want you to look stable. Yeah. But you're innocent. You took a leap of faith. Somebody feels like a fool. You took a leap of faith. You're starting off something new here. Something exciting. You're not taking much with you, like I said yesterday, because the satchel is very, very small. You don't have any good memories. That door is closed behind you for a reason. Yeah. The firm foundation. Ever since you turned your back or took your energy away from these people, you've been stable. You faced your hardships. You know, you faced them courageously. You overcame them. Now you have a firm foundation. They're trying to attack your root chakra, maybe destabilize you. Somebody's heart chakra is closed. Yeah, they wanted to close your heart chakra. They didn't want you having any love. 4-4, by the way. They really wanted to destabilize you. Wish fulfillment. They don't want you coming into wish fulfillment, but you have. You went within to that soul work. Somebody's reflecting right now. You know, they look at you as a treasure. At one point, they didn't. You're very stable and secure. This is conscious awareness, okay? You have a direct connection with source. You're manifesting something new, co-creating with the divine, and you're going to be taking action. Because they put obstacles and challenges in your way, whoever this is. Made you jump through hoops, I just said. I heard through this, with this marriage and or in this institution, or this is the divine blocking somebody's way. They're trying to block justice here. So, the divine's either bringing back balance, or they're trying to block justice, obstruct justice. Somebody did that, and they're trying to avoid a tower moment. This is ruin for them. No material harvest. They don't want to be investigated or scrutinized. They're going to claim they didn't know, they weren't aware. Bull crap. Okay? No wisdom here. Didn't think. And they committed a crime. Now they're bored and they're dissatisfied in life, discontent and bored in life. They're going to be rejected or kicked out of somewhere. Now they're feeling sorry for themselves. They can't get rest. They can't heal. Too bad. Another 4 in reverse. 4-4. They're heartbroken. They caused a lot of heartbreak. You bossed up and took back your power. You have divinity. You have authority, spiritual or 3D, or somebody else is stepping in. It could be a father, a boss, or a leader. This is somebody with power, ending it. You could be online. This could be male or female. This is somebody that takes action. That's a divine masculine. A divine feminine is the one that receives, okay? They don't chase after people, jobs, or whatever. You know what I mean? They do what they need to do, but they're not going to come across as thirsty. Somebody learned a lesson here. Somebody elevated. They could be moving or traveling. This is ending a cycle to begin a new one. You're not trapped in fear, okay? They can't control you. They didn't choose wisely. All that glitters is not gold. There's no confusion here. Somebody has no options. They're finding, yeah, this is not a triumph. They're not going anywhere. They could have a car accident or get the car repoed or something like that. They can't overcome this. This is out of control. They made some bad movements, choices, and decisions. They were talking shit, doing magic, unwise counsel. Now the secrets are coming out. They are not as strong as you. Spiritual strength in the reverse here. I wasn't aware how strong you were. Oh yeah, strong. Solar plexus. Okay, you have a lot of strength and willpower. Divine feminine here. You're going towards your destiny. This is fated. You're not going into a new, a destined cycle. That Wheel of Fortune's moving. You're very fortunate. Just look at it that way. Don't think about these people, because you do have a good heart, but these people are going to try to work on your heartstrings to get them out of trouble or to minimize whatever punishments they're facing, or fees or fines or time in jail. I don't know. Or they want you to interact for them, intercede for them on their behalf with God. You know what? Let it be. Let it be. Don't interfere. You know, they came after you, yeah. But you stepped aside and you let God take care of it, right? Because vengeance is his. Same with this. If they try to work your heartstrings, say, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Step aside, let them deal with God or God deal with them, okay? So deception and envy, 7 in reverse. No more. Somebody has attachment issues, or they have an attachment, or they tried to attach something to you. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. So they're trying to attach themselves to you, bind themselves to you, or they have some sort of an attachment. Somebody's got something nasty on their back. People are giving them the cold shoulder. You gave them the cold shoulder. Someone is deliberately distancing themselves, hiding dissatisfaction. So this is disaster. It could be a fallen angel as well. Somebody could be very, very sick. Some of that might be this attachment. They got something nasty attached to them. They were doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing, playing with things they shouldn't have been playing with. There's crossing paths here. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. Maybe they're going to try to finagle an accidental meetup. Oh, what are you doing here? This is so funny. I come here all the time. I didn't know you came here too. Or this is an accident. You know, you're going to bump into somebody here that's going to... It's a shocking discovery. A shocking discovery is on the way. Maybe you're going to hear something shocking about this person, what's happened to them. Or persons, could be more than one. You're in a safe space. They're going to be shocked to see you're healthy, happy, in a safe space, a place where you can truly be yourself and feel at peace. Or you might be shocked because they want to come and stay with you, or they need to harbor in your energy to avoid what's coming, or to lessen this attachment's, I don't know. They must be in pain. I don't know. A host attached with an attachment. They must really torture that poor soul. I don't know. They need help. They need to say that somebody's two-faced. Be careful. Playing you in your face. Protect your heart. Okay? You have a new perspective here, or they want you to see things from a new perspective, see things coming from their end. Oh, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was unaware. You made me do this. You provoked me. Blah, blah, blah. Project, project, project. Yeah, a circle of drama. They want to repeat this over and over again, right? Your social circle is full of dramatic changes. They're going to have to respect your boundaries. The other person respects your personal space and boundaries. Good. Somebody in this group does. They're going to have to, because somebody's spilling the beans now. Or they're trying to stay away from you in this group because you are spilling the beans. I don't know. Someone is about to reveal everything. No holds barred. There's inner conflict going on here. Inner conflict makes decision-making difficult. Somebody was holding back from you, or they're trying to hold you back. The other person is not being fully open with you. It's a karmic lesson, okay? They want you to go into another karmic cycle with them. There are karmic lessons in relationships that need to be learned. I think you've already learned them. There's no need for you to go back there. And it could be love, it could be family, it could be friendship, it could be work. They just wanted you to wait and wait and wait and keep waiting while your time clock, your life runs, before you know it, you're 50, and then you wake up and you're 70. Do you understand? You don't have time anymore, or the health or the opportunities any longer. Somebody's just wanting you to waste your time and not become who you're meant to become, or get what you're meant to get. This is deception and envy in reverse, 7, and attachment issues. Yeah, you're in harmony. This is like yesterday. Balance, peace, and happiness. They can't disrupt your harmony, your happiness, your peace. Or they're trying to attach something to you. You bring peace. Yeah, they're facing legalities. Lawyers, court, and paperwork, or this is them. Whoever you're dealing with, lawyers, court people, personnel. Somebody did something with paperwork here. Somebody's puzzled why you went one way and everybody's going this way. Why is everybody talking bad about you and you're not saying anything? You're just living your life. That's what I'm picking up. Confused, perplexed, and conflicted. They said you loved the nightlife, but it was them. Striptease, gamble in Vegas. Somebody's daydreaming here. Head in the clouds, delusion, hopes, and dreams. So they could have said this about you. You're oppositional. You never go along with anybody. You love the nightlife. Your head's in the clouds all the time. You're not serious about life. You're always, in some sort of catastrophe or another, and everybody's got to come and save your ass. You're always broke. You're this, that, and the other thing. Meanwhile, you took all this time to smell the roses. You slowed down in life. You took some you time. You got out in nature. Or this is a suggestion to go out in nature. Yeah, they said that they had to step away from you, or you had to step away from them, okay? Because they're toxic, or they're claiming that you're toxic. Drama, arguments, incompatible. You know, somebody said this because they were envious of you. Resentful, competitive, and discontent. Somebody was very two-faced. Double life cheater, backstabber. And now they're drowning in their lies. Over their head. Over your head. Overextended. Rock bottom. They're suffering in silence. Unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. And they're realizing they're a karmic, or they've been demoted to karmic, or they're surrounded by karmics. Maybe this was you. You realized you were surrounded by karmics. You had to do something. Third parties, haters, and lessons learned. Waves, emotions, worry, and fear. Somebody's masked here, hiding, concealing, deceptive, because they're a narcissist. Of course they're masked. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. There's going to be a false apology here. Arrogant, rash actions, insincere. Archangel Michael is protecting you. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. So, you know, there's a lot of things that might have happened between you and this person or these people, or they were gunning for you. They definitely try to make your life hazardous, hell. The full brunt of that you didn't experience because Archangel Michael was always by your side. The other thing I was picking up this morning too, which is like, please don't. These people went to the dark to try to do something to you, attach things to you. This attachment issues, they were busy attaching, you know, bullshit to your name. You know what I'm saying? Slander. But, what was I going to say? Oh, right. These people are now they're hitting karma, backfires and karma for what they've done to you. They've been warned. And now they're praying to God. They're praying for Archangel Michael's protection. They're praying for God to help them and heal them and protect them and to go after you. They're still in their head thinking that you are the reason why they're suffering. No, they are the reason why they're suffering because they came after you. They did whatever they did towards you. You know what I'm saying? They're big fat liars, narcissists, okay? It could be even worse. It could be sociopath or psychopath. But they're just liars. They even lie to themselves. They're delusional. So we have deception and envy in reverse, 7. They've been stopped here. Attachment issues and harmony. So they could have said that you're demonic or something like that. And meanwhile, you're at peace. You're living in peace. You're a peacemaker. There we go. Now they want to make peace with you. Kind of looks like professionals involved. You're being urged to apply diplomacy and tact in a difficult situation. So this could be some professionals that got caught up in this and now they have to make peace with you. Consider careers in politics, negotiation, unions, contracts, or peacemaking. Adopt a win-win attitude when negotiating business deals. So now they want to come in peace and negotiate something with you. Isn't that convenient? Yeah, they need to unlock something. Again, this was from yesterday. There is an investment that's locked in. They want it unlocked so they can run with this money that belongs to you, or property, or shares, or business. It could be shares to a business. It could be anything. It could be. I was picking up foreign money, but they want something unlocked here, and they're not. It's not going to get unlocked. What was once locked is now ready to be opened for you, not for them. You've unlocked the floodgates of abundance, free from limitations. Obstacles appear to remind you when you're steering off course. So something's going to get unlocked. I think it has monetary value. Now these people want to make peace with you. They want to get back into your energy. They want to attach themselves to you. Or this person dies picking this up. They have an attachment, some sort of demonic attachment on them, and they wanted to attach it to you. Something unexpected here. They were expecting unexpected money. Get ready for unexpected financial setbacks. That's what they're going through. The financial crisis might be beyond your control, but the outcome is still up to you. Tackle things in advance and prepare for the unexpected. So they were trying to drop your money, dry up your money. They were trying to push everybody away from you. They wanted the worst for you. They didn't want you having any kind of support, any friendship, any love, any safe haven, I just heard. They did the worst because they were profiting from this. If it's an inheritance where they wanted to be... to have a power of attorney over it, or conservatorship behind your back without you knowing. They were doing this for a long time. Maybe you're not the only one they've done it to. And maybe this person or you didn't know you were coming into some sort of money. Some money was left to you from somebody who cared about you, wanted you to have a nest egg. Now, these people could be professionals. They do this for a living. They hold on to this money. They get paid as a conservator, a large chunk every month. Any kind of expenses they get paid for. You know, they just have buddies. Maybe it's a secret society. They have buddies, or as a judge, as a insurance broker, as a realtor that does their dirty deeds for them, makes their decisions for them, makes it easy, right? Just, you know, sign this for me, and it's a done deal. It's a power struggle. Somebody wanted power, right? Strife with coworkers, vying for a better position, seeking a job, ask for a raise. So somebody that's working with these people knows the truth here. Yeah, they looked at you like a windfall. You're about to receive a financial windfall or pay raise. Your finances are currently in a positive cycle. Now's the perfect time to treat yourself or make that big purchase, but only if you know you can afford it, okay? Yeah. These people are unqualified, or they claimed you are unqualified for something, lacking work experience, can't get promoted, try classes or internship. So this could be some internal strife going on in this business or institution. People aren't getting paid what they're worth. Could barely make it their ends meet. Meanwhile, these people are stealing from others, or maybe it's just you, I don't know. And they're living high off the hog. And these people aren't qualified. Something's about to take off. Somebody's plotting. Get rich quick scheme. Bad investments, risky plan, think long-term, say strategy. So they wanted you to unlock this. They need this to be unlocked. They're unqualified to unlock this money, so they can take off with this money. They were plotting all along to level up off of you. Easy does it, right? Slow and steady wins the race. So they could have been stealing slowly, taking a little by little, but somebody got really greedy. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Be careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. So somebody got involved, thinking that their money was just going to double, triple, and it's not. It's a small world. It's online. They're betting online, maybe playing the markets online. It's a world, right? Harmful gossip at work, telecommuting, on the go, new adventures and reputations. Yeah, underworld. Ooh, they're dealing with the underworld here. Look for unique approaches to create new streams of income. Sex, death, hidden knowledge, and life's mysteries are key topics in deep exploration. As the world changes, so can your methods of making money. So somebody went on the dark web, got involved with something they shouldn't have got involved with, maybe got together with practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies to unalive you. How to get more knowledge, you know. Hidden knowledge. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Somebody knows that somebody's dealing with maybe some organized crime or something like that. Maybe the very people that are working under them. And somebody's going to tell on them. Maybe they're compromised, or these people are trying to compromise the people beneath them at work. Do this for me, sign it for me, you know, blah, blah, blah. Get them in trouble. Well, they can't do this anymore. Deception, envy in reverse, 7. Attachment, issues, harmony, and peacemaker. Also, there could be somebody in the equation thinking, I'm going to go tell on everybody. They had a role to play in this. They're going to go tell on everybody so they can come out smelling nice and sweet, or sweeter than the rest. So they can make it look, themselves look like they're the peacemaker. Look at me, I'm the hero. I did this for you because this money is yours. They want a chunk of it. They want to be in your world, even though they had something to do with it. What's the message here, please, Spirit? Yeah, it kind of sounds like a smarmy politician or mayor or somebody up there who thinks they're too big to fail. Very schmarmy. I think that you can't see through their bull crap. I think you can see through everybody's bull crap at this point. Look at me, I saved your ass after I had a big chunk of that money given to me. But yeah, we won't talk about that, shall we? Yeah, okay. But I saved your ass, right? Right? I'm a good person, right? No, they're saving their own ass and sicking everybody else. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they want to let bygones be bygones. Letting go of the past. Someone's going through a dark night of the soul, going through some sort of depression. They could have said you were emotionally and mentally unstable, or they are. Yeah, they were willing to do whatever it takes to win at any cost. This was out of jealousy, ego, pettiness, cruelty, abuse, and whomever they were working with is walking away. They're taking on losses. And this person's still wanting to go. Come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So they could has something to do with yesterday, maybe not. But yesterday, they're still trying to enlist other people to come up after you. Yeah, somebody's in their emotions. New beginnings. Cup runneth over. New beginnings. Happiness. That peace dove, though, has got Eucharist in its beak. It looks like it's either just setting down or leaving. There's a lot of self-love here, self-protection, self-respect. I think people are walking away, licking their wounds here. In their emotions for some reason. Why? They're realizing who they were working with is a piece of crap. The lying sack of you-know-what. Yeah, liar. Narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. They had no authority to speak on your behalf or take any action on your behalf. Self-serving, abusive, pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Self-serving, dangerous. They broke the law, committed some sort of crime, an imbalance. Online, or it's ending a cycle to begin a new one. About money, this is an opportunist. It's your blessings here, okay? Male or female, place the genders where it belongs, but somebody certainly didn't have any authority. They were self-serving. They're only thinking about themselves. So people are walking away, taking on losses after colluding with this person. They're finding out this person's nothing but a bull-faced liar, okay? A psycho. They gave them money online, or they got paid online. I don't know. There's an opportunist for sure. They got bribed, tempted. Could be blackmail too. It's a cover-up, hopeful, wishful thinking here. There's a lot of confusion. Lots of illusions. They promise these people all kinds of things. Psh, delusional. Yeah, poor decision here. Poor decision. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They don't want to take accountability. Don't know what to do. A judgment could have went against someone. They judged you harshly. They misjudged you. There's no second chances. This is karma. They don't know what to do. They're very confused. There's no saving grace here. Yeah. A lot of secrets. You have a high intuition. This is wise counsel. You don't say much, but you observe. You could be a reader. You could be a spiritualist. You don't have to be. You could be just very intuitive. But there's a lot of secrecy going on around you. They think that you didn't know. They judged you harshly behind your back. These people that you didn't even speak to, or you haven't spoken to in years, they can't hide this any longer. Nope, they can't hide this anymore. There's no more confusion about you. Something's being lighted here. It's coming to light. This person acting, male or female, as a leader, or it could be a warlock, but they bit off more than they can chew. Somebody was in their ego wanting power and control, but they're a follower, not a leader. They didn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. This is a coward, okay? They phone it in. This is somebody that just wants the kudos, you know? They want to be hailed as king, but they're not a king type of thing. They have no authority. Somebody's angry. Somebody's a poser, a player. They bit off more than they can chew. They came after you. They're going after God. Yeah, they gave out false and misleading information, lost children, unrequited love, a lot of trauma bonding, and or they're the ones that contributed to your trauma. They don't want to heal their inner childhood wounds. You're not going back to the past. They wanted you to go back into another toxic cycle with them. If it's anybody that you're related to or grew up with, and you're not interested. You don't have any good memories with these people. These people don't want to work. They're not working. or whatever they tried to do didn't work. They didn't put the effort in. They're not disciplined. They didn't want things to change, so they don't want to work. This is resisting change. This is a permanent, profound ending. They're going to lose their job, gave out false, misleading information. This was not reciprocal. This is a permanent, profound ending for sure. They intercepted your money or your mail. They didn't pay you the money they owe you. They didn't come correct. They don't have anything of value to offer. They're lazy, unfaithful, disrespectful, immature. They don't have what it takes. This is not the rite of passage here. Somebody's not committal. They don't want to take accountability. They certainly can't slow you down or restrict you. Eight of Swords in reverse was there too. They don't have the money to restrict you any longer. You're free. They didn't make a payment of some sort. Yeah, this is a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They can't slow down your destiny. Okay, it's fated. You're going into a new destined cycle. This could be you or someone else, male or female. You're remaining emotionally balanced, stable, and mature, not wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're very stoic, but you feel very deeply. In a lot of decks, you'll see that the water's rolling really bad. But here, yeah, you're not upset, you know. Maybe a little bit sometimes. You think about what happened and, you know, your blood pressure might rise by 1 degree, but then it's okay. It's smooth sailing again. This is somebody that gives good advice, wise counsel. Or if this is somebody else, they're remaining stoic. They don't want to show anybody how they're feeling. But they love very deeply. It could be a father figure. It doesn't have to be. It could be a female. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict, competition, jealousy, dramas. There's a lot of strife going on with this. So somebody's trying to remain calm in front of these people. Yeah. You remain calm. A lot of conflict going on here. A lot of competition. Jockeying for position, all coming after one person maybe. They're the ones behind this. Setting people up against you maybe. I just heard setting people up against you to do spell work on you. Okay. So once the truth is out, what do you think these spellcasters, cults, covens, secret societies are going to do to you? The one who started this bull crap. Because they're all getting backfires. They're all getting karma for what they partook in. I'm getting different stories here for different people, or it's the same story but different groups, okay? It could be this group, this institution that we were talking about in the beginning. They're all up in arms now. Somebody gave them some wise counsel maybe. And somebody's really conflicted with this because this is corruption. This was greed, materialism, get rich quick schemes. This is a bully, corrupt, jealous, and lazy. A spendthrift. They're going to, there we go. It could be a marriage, commitment. It could be a contract, or this is a leader, spiritual leader, or a judge, or this is an institution. They're going to have to face this institution or face this new judge. Be married for money, maybe. Queen of Pentacles, male or female. You foresaw this. Your ships are coming in. Somebody at a distance. So somebody at a distance married you. Maybe you didn't realize it. For stability, so they can rob you blind of your money behind your back. Could be any kind of fraud, or they're stealing a large amount of money here. It could be family money, business, open to business under your name. Yeah, there's a parting of ways. There's lack of trust. You don't see eye to eye. There's disharmony here. You're on your own. It's a karmic soul tie. Yeah, they're scared. They're nervous. Because this could be somebody you were married to a long time ago, and they just, for some reason, got in the way of your inheritance, or they got life insurance out on you. They try to take you out. Somebody's sick. This is a scandal. This is corruption, abuse of power. They had no authority, or got their authority taken away from them, or abused their authority. They bent to public pressure. They went along to get along. It's all about their image and what they can buy, right? It's a brotherhood or a sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was in their ego, very prideful, conceited, and arrogant, and aggressive. This is a bully and a tyrant. Lots of illusions, deception. They don't have all the resources they need. They didn't take action when they should have, or this is magic and corruption. Proof and evidence. Somebody's looking back. They wanted to harvest from you. This is an investment. They manipulated this people about this investment. There's proof and evidence. They need proof and evidence. You're not burdened. Somebody doesn't want to burden themselves, or they want to unburden themselves. They were pillaging, harvesting. Somebody's looking back. Should I continue? Should I keep going? How much more do I need? It's never going to be enough for these people. Yeah, 7-7. You stood your ground. You're divinely protected, okay? Or somebody else is standing up for you. You have the advantage, okay? You see things from a higher perception. You saw what was going on a long time ago. You don't want to hurt these people, but you will defend yourself. You let this go. You're not mentally conflicted. There's no more stalemate. You're not in denial. You're not going to be their victim either. You let them go for a good reason. Somebody wants to open up towards you now. Somebody's not at peace. You saw this coming a mile away. I heard that a long time ago. You saw this coming a mile away. Yeah, somebody wanted a life of luxury off your back. They really wanted to make you look unstable. They're trying to confuse people, saying that you're not worth nothing, that you're just a gold digger and a clout chaser, codependent, clingy, unstable, and insecure, bad with money, so people would let you go. This is a financial crime they committed against you. Somebody's gathering some information. They really wanted you unstable. They needed you to look unstable so they can present this information to other people. You made some good sound financial judgments here. You started something new. You took a practical approach. This could be divination as well. This could be a payment here. Somebody's looking for a payment, a handout. Get paid online, divination online. Somebody's being watched here under surveillance. This could be investigation, delayed communication from afar. They're watching and stalking you. They're under a lot of stress. They put a lot of stress on you. They had a point to prove where you were concerned. Somebody's buckling beneath the weight of these burdens. They said something on public record or publicly. They were bragging and showing off, or you're out in the public eye. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. They're feeling rejected and left out of the picture here, feeling sorry for themselves. They wanted the fast people and the fast things, the party life, the things that are shiny, instead of the gift from God. They didn't like the way it was presented. They wanted quantity over quality. I don't know. They tried to scapegoat you. This is not a happily ever after. It's the end of a family or a group. Could be a home wrecker. Could be something as simple as, you have a family and they don't. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. They've decided to take it out on you. I don't know. Or they're thinking back at the past, going how happy they used to be with you, or how they scapegoated you on public record or publicly. Now they're not happy. Now the group's going to let them go, whether they work with them and or, I don't know, somebody's letting them go. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're moping. Yeah, lost their car, got in a car accident. They're not happy. They're not going anywhere. Don't want to take accountability. They can't overcome this. They can't stop the truth from coming out. This is a breakthrough for you. There's communication coming through, truth and clarity. They're going to jail. You spoke true. They're going to jail. They're stuck. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. They're bound and or they're going to jail. They're paranoid here. They're very defensive. This is a lot of emotional wounding. You overcame, persevered, and put up some boundaries. And you're doing good. Male or female, you're standing in your power. You go your own way. You're unafraid. You're a leader. You're creating something. You're bold. You're confident. You're sure. You're attracting. You're a leader. There's good news for you coming towards you. People are seeing you as you truly are. You're very creational. You're very creative and inspirational, I meant to say. People are finally seeing that somebody, I don't know, assess the situation. Or you assess the situation correctly. You spoke true. Maybe you're one of these people who are able to speak things into existence. Not a lot of people can do that. That's like being able to call judgment. Not a lot of people can do that. And I was picking that up earlier today too. I was laughing, actually. Somebody out there called judgment on you that was doing all these things to you, these nasty things. They asked God to judge you, which I find hilarious. So, okay, you might not have that skill, but maybe God's going to entertain that. Okay, maybe you don't have authority, but he's going to entertain you just the same. And the message here is, if you're going to call judgment on somebody, okay, and you're not a person that has that skill or that authority, get ready for judgment to be called, but on you first. You have to have a pure heart and clean slate to call judgment on others. You have to have paid off your karma, your cable. Somebody needs to pay their cable off. You have to pay off your karma first. So whatever you owe in karma is coming to you first before he'll ever judge anybody that you ask him to on your say-so. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your side of the street must be clean. So this is good news for you. They call judgment. Good. Your side of the road's clean. Theirs isn't. Yeah, this is a scam artist doing spell work. They might contact you or try to contact you with more bull crap. This is somebody wearing a mask. They're so insincere, it's not even funny. This is somebody that's evil. They don't give a shit. They didn't want you having friends, love, any kind of support. They never showed you any kind of support. So I guess they're not going to get any from you. Yeah. Trying to scam this family, this a large amount of money here, long-term stability. Yeah, they wanted to take you out for this money. 10-10. Unbelievable. Now they want to apologize. Now they want to take those daggers out of your back that they helped place there. Yeah, they did this to a sweetheart. There we go. Somebody that's unconditionally loving. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. You used your intuition to get through this. Could be a mother, don't have to be. Could be a male in this energy, okay? But you're a kind person, very generous of spirit and, you know, of time and energy and whatever else you give out to other people. That's a love, but you put a cap on that love. And you realize you just can't give this love to just anybody anymore. They take the piss, okay? They'll take, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile and won't even say thank you. Try to sink those daggers in your back even more. Yeah, you made a decision here. You used your higher wisdom, and you made a good decision. You know that somebody's in a same-sex relationship. Maybe this is an ex. This could be the love bomber they sent towards you. Try to finagle this money out of you, keep you occupied and distracted and discombobulated while they're stealing this money, while this family tries to take you out, or this corporation. Decision's been rendered. Yep. There's a contract with the devil here. Unbelievable. They're bound by a contract. They're stuck. Could be taxes too. This is financial ruin, spiritual jail. The devil wants to come back in from out of the cold. They didn't foresee this. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They can't move forward here. They weren't planning on this. They're not prepared for this. They have no vision. They can't move on. They can't leave the country. I don't know what this is. They have addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. They're angry. They did something. They're attacking you. They didn't foresee this. Somebody's angry. Somebody's angry. Fast communication, fast action. They're trying to avoid a tower moment. Somebody had an internal disruption, and or this is just ruin. They wanted to give you an internal disruption, a heart attack or stroke or something. They were paid or getting paid. They paid others to do that, and they were watching you. They went to the crossroads. Yeah. They thought they could walk away scot-free with everything. Somebody's made a decision. They picked the path they're on. They're watching you from afar. You're still balanced. This could have been a middleman. You were paying a middleman to do stuff towards you. Somebody was really making some money here. You were very generous with this person. They're in hot water. They can't escape this. Somebody lied about you. They were vindictive, vile, spiteful, and hateful. They were very jealous. Yeah, they wanted you rejected and abandoned. They're having an emotional outburst. They lied about them losing a child. They lost their child because of what they were doing. This keeps popping up in my reads. This is somebody's very immature, insincere, and childish. They were doing spell work. They're doing spell work against the divine feminine energy. They wanted the divine feminine energy to be rejected and abandoned. It could be a pregnancy as well. They could have been pregnant and they lost. My condolences, but it's not because of this person. It's because of what you were doing while you were pregnant, lady. We tell people, do not do magic to get pregnant. Do not do magic while you're pregnant. Just don't do magic. Okay? Don't bend wills. Don't try to cheat, lie, unalive people. Yeah. You're very stable and secure. Yeah, you parted ways with these people. You don't trust them. You know they're karmic. They're just a karmic soul tie, a karmic lesson. They're getting some consequences for the, yeah, they got an STD, or they're trying to block you. No new beginnings. Didn't take any actions. They're sick. Maybe they claimed they lost a child because they had an STD and they blamed it on you. I don't know. You can't get it up and they're blaming it on you. There's nothing to do with you. Yeah, hiding and cloaking this. Don't want to be alone. Blocking an investigation. They don't want to be investigated. They don't want this getting out into the open, into the public. Oh, they got caught. They have to come clean. They're not getting away with this. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They spread egregious gossip, said you were mentally unhealthy. They're parting ways with their third-party friend group, cult, coven, secret society. There's no more celebrations here. People are walking away, facing the unknown, feeling like a fool. Because somebody was playing games with them, juggling them. They spread egregious gossip about you after you walked away. In search of your 9th and 10th cup, emotional fulfillment and happiness. You listen to your intuition. This place isn't for me, or these people aren't for me, after investing at 8 out of 10 cups into a situation, just to find out there's nothing in those cups but backwash. So you took a leap of faith, started new somewhere else, right? Something exciting. You're innocent. So they got people to walk away from an innocent person. But that was a blessing in disguise. Okay, you're not broken-hearted over this, because they were talking shit about you. Emotionally, mentally, verbally, and psychologically abusing you. Making you wait, keeping you stuck, trapped, wanting to sacrifice you, or you made a lot of sacrifices for these people. Wanting you disempowered, where they can control you, so they can steal a home, a marriage, some sort of stability or business from you, and hold you back, impersonate you, forge your signature. They felt entitled, steal your work, your ideas, and your achievements. This is somebody that's very abusive, combative, and argumentative, and in your face. Poser, a player. They play act throughout life, right? Yeah. Never gave you any help. This is ending a third-party situation, collaboration, or false contract. This is they could be demoted if it's a higher level soulmate, losing their position here, whether in a group, work, and or a family. Somebody who was smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, a show-off. They could have claimed that you don't want to work, you're lazy, all you do is party, but it's them. They could have said you're a black eye to this family or this group. Somebody's losing hope, they're sick, they're in their south node, they have no faith, no spiritual protection. Or you've lost faith in whoever this is. It's a fall from grace. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. They're dissatisfied all the time. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. Making a head over heart decision, weighing some options here. You remained in balance, in alignment. You know that someone was playing games. Yeah, you're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. Male or female, you're hardworking, abundant, and independent. Stable and secure, a nurturer, a healer. And they're not liking this. They're trying to hide you. They hid a lot from you. There's lack of trust here. You let them go. Somebody's unstable and insecure. They have no protection. They're not happy. They have no savings. They couldn't hold on to you. Yeah, they're going to have to let go of you being crazy or having addictions, that story. This is unfair, unbalanced. Somebody was very impatient. They can't hold back any longer. They have no protection. This is disgrace. No peace, harmony, or contentment. It's a backfire. Bad news. They're sick or they're injured. This is a backfire. They're trying to stop your forward motion. Well, they've been stopped here. Damn. And it's funny because I had another appointment at the hospital today, but as I was walking out of the hospital, there's one person being wheeled past me in a gurney, and they were sleeping. Obviously they weren't awake. And I looked at their face, and it was somebody I didn't know, but when I looked a second time, it was, honest to God, I wasn't hallucinating, but it was somebody's face that I know was playing in my energy. And they looked very sick, so I wouldn't be surprised to hear that they're in the hospital right now. No more deception, no more envy, or somebody could have claimed you were very deceptive and envious, and you're not. This story about you is not going anywhere. They've been stopped. They can't overcome something. Something's out of control. They could have said you were crazy, you have addictions, you don't want to heal, this is no peace, harmony, or contentment, this is a fallen angel. Somebody's unstable, this wasn't fair what they did to you. They went to extremes and inappropriate behavior. They're going to be facing legalities, or they try to make you face legalities, or this is somebody in a court setting that was involved with this. Lawyers, judges, court personnel, and paperwork. You're at peace. They want peace now, balance. Got to balance something out. They want happiness again. They've been inundated with this attachment issues. So somebody's got an attachment. Or they're trying to attach something to you or reattach to you somehow. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. Somebody's getting the cold shoulder. You gave them a cold shoulder. They gave you the cold shoulder. Someone's deliberately distancing themselves and hiding in dissatisfaction. So maybe all these people are trying to run away from this person who got them in trouble. They want to make peace now because they know you're a peacemaker. They want to make it look like they want something unlocked. And I'm picking up, it could be an investment that's locked in, short-term, long-term, accounts. Could be, they could have taken this money and put it in offshore accounts, but it's locked in. They need your signature, your ID, your say-so. They need something, and they don't have it. Now they want to make peace with you to get at whatever it is they're missing, and or they know that the karma's crawling up their ass. They want to make it look like, see, I came through for you. You come through for me now. Because obviously this money has something to do with you. You're attached to it. They're attached to your money. Put it that way. But you're going to receive these monies. It was locked in for a long time, and now it's matured maybe. And now it's time for you to find out exactly what's coming towards you. So congratulations. And they want in on it. This person or these people will go all out to get what they want. Obviously, they went this far. Compromise a whole whack of people that are turning on them now. Because somebody's deciding, I'm going to turn the rest of them in and save my ass and look like the hero. Who knows? Maybe somebody didn't do anything to you and they will be the hero. It could go either way, but we'll see. Whatever this is, it's going to bring you peace. Angels, how are we ending this, please? What's the final message here? 17 stars, self-belief. Nobody believed in you but yourself, right? I remember saying that to a couple of people. Nobody believed in me but me. So self-belief, confidence, hope, change, courage, leap, path forward. So you took a leap of faith, believing in yourself. For me, it was more like taking a leap of faith with this channel. I didn't really want to do it, but the divine kept drawing me towards it, telling me you must do this, try it out, just do it for 6 weeks. You won't like it at first, but you will learn to love it. And he was not wrong. I didn't think I had what it took. I never imagined I'd be doing tarot, let alone online. But obviously it's meant for me, or this part of my life is meant to be. You may feel stuck or fearful, perhaps even in despair, thinking there's no way forward. This card reassures you that the path starts with you. You're ready for a life-changing leap forward. There might be another leap you need to take. I don't know. Or somebody else. 0505, unexpected shift. So this is like a tower. Good or bad. The tower, people dread it, but in the end, it is meant to realign you, to better you. Like I'm often saying about deliverance. Deliverance can look differently for people. It could be a kind smile that gets you off the road, off the streets, and finds you a place to live and a job. Or it could be something as drastic as rehab or jail. Either way, you're not meant to live the life you're living right now. And maybe you're stubborn, you didn't want to hear it, so it looks like it might be jail. It could be rehab. It could be a hospital stay. It could be anything. Deliverance is different for everybody. But divine intervention's here. Okay, so don't always dread the towers. They're meant to redirect you and bring you to a happier life. Sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. Yay, this number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. Like I said, this tower that brings this confusion, it's only meant to drive away what's not needed any longer and to expose what's been hidden. 9999. So you're ending a cycle, a karmic cycle. Lessons learned. Congratulations. Culmination. Results, benefits, reflection, completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You have made it, or you made it, and the reward goes to you. 0808. Shift, swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. So you're going towards wealth. And now that could look differently for different people, okay? It could be extreme wealth, or it could be comfortable, able to pay your bills, give you a little nest egg to grow from. It could be anything, okay? It could be just a pantry full of food for some people. Do you understand what I'm saying? And a roof over their head. So this is, you will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. 4444. The angels are working hard on your behalf here. They're protecting you. You're going to have firm foundations everywhere. Blessings in disguise. Obstacles, hardships, strength, building character and experience. So this built your character for sure. I'm not saying that, everybody's got to go through these hard times, but it does character build, doesn't it? There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. So hang in there. That could be for you or someone else. So keep the faith, 6363, and always be act in gratitude here. Always be gracious. Somebody's walking away, or a bunch of somebody's. You're going to be able to walk away, no problem. Yeah, 333, social skills. You've improved your social skills maybe, or you need to. Hold your vision. 44, take a risk. So the angels are guiding you, protecting you. Never ever fear that they're not there. They are there. Even sometimes some people can hear them, feel them, sense them. Other times you don't feel or sense anything. It doesn't mean they're not there. It just means that maybe you're being tested. Pardon me. And the teachers are always silent during a test, okay? So always bear that in mind. When it's too quiet around me, I always pipe up and say, okay, angels, am I being tested? They can't say, they have to tell you the truth. They'll say yes, and I'll say, I thought so. You've been awfully quiet lately. A lot of times they don't stop talking, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a couple of these and then we'll end it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, white light. Okay, so somebody's being stopped. Break, pause, and stagnation. This could be an arrest, 12. Could be an ex-friend, lover, family, co-worker. Live and learn. They're going to be learning a lesson here. Somebody who's blind to something, or they're pretending that they didn't see something, they weren't aware. Yeah, reservations. So somebody was blind, they were very extravagant with this money. And people turned their head away. They pretended not to notice that somebody was living well outside their tax bracket, living off your money. Somebody got fired up here, fuming with rage, overwhelming explosion of emotions, and very angry. Oh boy. Deja vu. So they've done this before. There's history. It happened in the past, repeated patterns. So you're not the only one they've done this to, or not the only time they've done this to you. They've probably done it more than once if it's just you. So somebody's got to move here. Boxed up, environment change, empty shell. Somebody could be an empty shell of a person. People are trying to get away from this person. Something to do with risky schmecks, unprotected, schmexual disease, partner to partner, unsafe decisions. Could have claimed that you gave them something, but they got it on their own. They're trying to get away from their lies here. Pardon me. I said to shuffle it some more. Maybe they want to get back into your energy, get you into bed, or they've been sleeping. I just heard sleeping with one eye open. Wow, this is daydreams. Somebody's daydreaming here. What's that? Delirious illusions. Marriage. So it's a fake marriage. I keep picking this up. Yeah. This is card reading. This is fate. Fortune telling. Fatalism. Coincidences. So you could be a reader, or somebody's in love with a reader, or they're hooked up with a reader. Someone's going to their fate. Yeah, they did curses and hexes here, trying to come after your destiny. They cursed you, they cursed themselves. Now they're in conflict. They were doing conflict and confusion spells. Now they're right smack dab in it. This is divine feminine energy. Difference, disputation, and quarrel. They want to see you quarrel. They want to see you lose your temper. They want your energy. Being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you and obsessed with you. Yeah. So somebody's got their eye on you. And they're trying to take your energy, to take whatever's yours. You persevered, though. You jumped over these hurdles quite nicely. Overcame. This is universally driven. This is victory. You're moving on. You're still moving forward. Challenge, endurement. You endured a lot. And resolution. You remain calm. Resolute. You know who you are. The angels. You transmute and alchemize. You're coming into some beautiful luck here. Something to do with real estate. Maybe a promise, an engagement. Or this is them. You remain calm. They were making money off you, taking property or getting mortgage fraud or something like that off of you, getting lovers from their lovers maybe. This is a drama king or queen here. That's a side piece wanting to be you. This is, yeah, now they want revenge. They're furious here. They're in hot pursuit of you. They were doing stuff on schedule. You're getting your justice. You're on schedule to get your justice. To, yep, whatever they got coming towards them, it's on schedule. And it should arrive at. You know what I mean? Now let them take on what they have attachments, or they tried to attach something to you. I don't know. I was definitely picking up somebody with an attachment that's nasty. Nasty attachment. It is what it is. They brought it on. They invited it. They asked for it. I let God deal with it. It's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Let the professionals take care of that. It is what it is. Congratulations. You're coming into something really nice. I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. Keep going. Until next time, take care.